In the medieval age, knights were proving their skills and bravery by playing the game called Joust. In the future, well beyond our knowledge, the knights of hyperspace are playing their version of Joust. They saddle up the space ostrich and fight with aliens. You must adjust yourself to this unknown environment called hyperspace. You are not fighting for fame or glory, you are fighting for your own life. Knock the aliens off before they get to you. It's not an easy task, but somebody must do it. Can you be the survivor of this space flight? Good luck. Believe me, you will need it. In Joust, the NES version coming to us from our good friends, everybody's our good friend lately, over at HAL in 1988. It was originally an arcade game developed by Williams Electronics and released in 1982. Wow, it's slightly older than me. It's a platform game that features 2D graphics. We use a button and a joystick to control a knight riding a flying ostrich. The object is to progress through the levels, defeating groups of enemy knights riding buzzards. John Newcomer, that is a cool name, led the development team, which included Bill Futzenrauter, sure, Jan Hendricks, and Python Angelo, also a cool name. Tim Murphy and John Kotlarek also worked on the game. Newcomer aimed to create a flying game with co-op two-player gameplay, but wanted to avoid a space theme, which was popular at the time. Staff worked within the technical limitations of the hardware. This was originally developed 2 years earlier, designed to be used with Defender, which is a fantastic game. I love Defender. Excluding some concepts and optimizing the visuals with the Joust engine. The game was well received in arcades by critics who praised the game. The gameplay mechanics influenced titles by other developers. Joust was followed by a sequel 3 years later and was ported to numerous home and portable platforms. So, what do? We control the Yellow Knight. We ride our ostrich from a third-person perspective. We use a two-way directional joystick and a button for flapping the wings. We fly the knight amidst the floating rock platforms and above pools of lava while maneuvering off the screen to either side. We will continue, after going off screen, to just pop back on screen the other side. Home versions used game controllers with D-pads instead of analog sticks. The rate at which the player repeatedly presses the button causes the ostrich to fly upward, hover, or slowly descend. The objective is to defeat the enemy knights riding buzzards, referred to as in each level as a wave. Upon completing a wave, a more challenging wave will begin. The game features 3 types of enemies: Bounders, Hunters, and the Shadow Lord. And they're all worth different amounts of points. A pterodactyl will appear after a predetermined time frame to hunt the hero. And a second player controlling a blue knight on a stork can join the game and play either cooperatively or competitively. Given the different control scheme, Williams was concerned that the game would be unsuccessful. Though arcades were hesitant to purchase the game for the same reason, Joust sold well. Williams eventually shipped 26,000 units. A cocktail table version was later released, engineered by Leo Ludzia. I think I've actually seen one of those. I had a similar thing that was Donkey Kong based, if I remember right. It differs from other cocktail games in that it features side-by-side seating rather than opposing sides. This setup allowed Williams to use the same ROM chip as in the upright cabinets. The cabinets have since become collector's items. Though the upright cabinets are common, the cocktail version is rare and sought after. Between 250 and 500 were manufactured. Joust, good old Joust, has been parodied in pop culture, like Robot Chicken, Code Monkeys, Mortal Kombat 3, World of Warcraft Cataclysm, and the Knight and Ostrich also appear in the movie Wreck-It Ralph. About that. The NES version was one of the first initial ports, but it was also ported to the Atari 2600, the Atari 5200, the Atari 7800, and the Atari Lynx, as well as the Atari 8-bit and ST. The Macintosh and personal computer versions were also released. Tiger Electronics released a small keychain version of it in 1998. A mobile phone version was released in 2005. In 2000, a web-based version was released, published on Shockwave.com. Midway Games launched a website featuring Shockwave versions of the games. It's included in several multi-platform collections, the 1996 Williams Arcade Greatest Hits, 2000's Midway's Greatest Arcade Hits, 2003's Midway Arcade Treasures, to name a few. Whew, my goodness. It's Joust, viewers. What do you need to know about Joust? It tried to be something different and succeeded. And because it succeeded, it's become a staple and it's become a classic. It's an arcade classic. It's a console classic. It is what it is.